Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's the boy Shiggy as usual. You know what it is. I'm happy to be back. Before we get started with the video, I'm very happy to be back. I'm making this video to just pretty much talk to you guys about my new favorite camera, which is the new Cybershot Sony. I really love this camera. I think I posted it sometime a couple of months ago. I think sometime in November or December when I actually picked up this little guy. So this is not like a video where it's like I'm just sharing with you guys like, oh, you know, go purchase this camera. I'm just pretty much just sharing with you guys why I pretty much like this little camera, why I think it's one of the best cameras I've ever owned. And obviously point number one is the fact that it's super compact, as you guys can see the way I'm holding it. If you're in the market for any point and shoot cameras, this video is pretty much for you, because this little point and shoot camera does wonders. It's absolutely incredible. And the fact that it's 40 megapixel is actually not 40. The fact that it's 4 megapixels is actually a really good thing, because you're not going to get the most highest quality images, which is what you want, especially if you shoot film. You don't want the highest quality, because you know how film kind of has that grain structure and it's a little bit softer. This little camera pretty much does that. I'm going to be sharing with you guys examples of this camera, photos I've taken with this camera, and you're gonna get a bit of a feel of what I'm talking about, where it's like you're getting that softness, also you're getting that like not so clear images. And you could also tell with the lens that you're getting like a little bit of bending on the edges of the lenses, which is really nice as well. It adds to that disposable film camera look. So if you're in the market to get those disposable type of photos, like I said, this is a very good choice. So second point is that this camera is really cheap. You're gonna get it from between 20 to 30, 40, 60 dollars. It's really cheap. It's super cheap for a point and shoot. It doesn't only end on taking the photographs. There are a little bit of things that you're gonna need to do, which is also edit your photographs to kind of look like film, because you're gonna get a digital photograph to begin with. So what I highly suggest is this app that I've been talking about quite a bit, which is Dehancer. I pretty much pair it with this camera, and I use Dehancer to pretty much edit all my photographs. So I'll show you guys like a bit of like a workflow on my mobile setup. So I think I have a video that I'm going to queue up here where I talked about my mobile setup, and pretty much that editing process is used basically for this camera. So I pretty much just upload the photographs onto my phone, and then I use the Dehancer mobile app to kind of get the edits done on there. It's very simple. I actually use the presets that they already have. I'll show you guys the exact preset that I use, and I also will be letting them know that I'm going to be doing presets, because they asked me for that, but I haven't had time to actually get that done. But yeah, so you don't actually need this specific camera. I think if you get like any of these old Cybershots, you're gonna be very happy. And usually your mom probably has them of your baby photos, you know, using this little camera. It was a bit of an entry to digital, so you might even have one. The other thing to kind of be mindful of when you're purchasing this camera is these little, what do you call these, memory sticks? They're not very common, but you can find some. I did find some. I think this one is 256 megabytes, and it gives me about, I think, 150 photographs. But if you're into shooting film, you know that's quite a lot, so you're not gonna really blow through them. But this camera really builds a lot of emotions. It actually is a very good storyteller, especially when it comes to my friends and stuff. I bring this guy everywhere. I brought this guy to England when I went to England, as well as Paris. It was one of my main cameras. Absolutely love it. And it also has so much character. A lot of people love kind of like playing around with it, to be like, oh, let me get your camera. And you're not so worried about like spending money on film. You're getting to save a bit as well, which is really nice. So I know I kind of touched on a lot of points based on this camera, but yeah, this is my new favorite camera. I highly suggest you guys getting a bit more into digital as well, especially when it comes to like little small jobs like this. like using everyday cameras and stuff. So I really love this. I am thinking of getting a bit more into the Fuji line, but I'm not sure because I only like shooting like my medium format cameras for my serious work. But I would get the Fuji for like a trip similar to the Paris trip, but I did love using my Canon A1. So yeah, that's another new camera that I'm going to be sharing with you guys really soon. So the next upcoming zine, which I am still working on, guys, is for the photos that are taken in Paris with the Canon AE1 primarily. It has light leaks, which is really awesome. I did know this before I went to Paris and England, but I wanted the photos to be more spontaneous. I didn't want to know exactly what I'm going to get, and the zine is going to have a lot of light leaks, a lot of interesting photographs, so I'm very excited for that. But with that being said, I'm going to put a link down below with the actual search of this camera, which is the Sony Cybershot. I got this one on Instagram from, if you're in Toronto, check out this Instagram called Choose Film. I'm gonna actually put the Instagram down here. They're really cool. They're really cool people. I love them. They're really awesome. So right after this, you guys are gonna get a little short vlog. It is very short. I think it's about like, I think it's like 8 images. I did go out and just took photos of random things because I am fasting right now, which really connects me to nature, connects me to land and architecture and a bit more of that, which I'm very excited to get a bit more into because I do want to offer prints in the future if it's something I like, because I like exploring and stuff. But with that being said, enjoy the little vlog coming up, and toodles.